Hey everyone, big debate going on right now. Now that just about every household in the world has a television, there's a big debate bubbling to the surface about whether or not a story told on the TV or in a movie is better or worse than a story told in a book. Books, of course, have been around for hundreds of years, but the television is a much newer invention. Now, on the book side, if you say that books are better, one of your arguments is that the characters are more fleshed out, the events are more fleshed out, just by the nature of the book having more room, more pages, more words to tell the story, to give details to the characters and their motivations. However, if you're on the side of the TV, if you're on the side of the movie, you say that, well, the movie, the TV, is inherently better because you have that visual representation right in front of you. You don't have to try to conjure it up in your head. You already have it projected into your head for you. People on the movie and TV side, they'll say, well, sure, you can have more words, more detail, but obviously seeing the actual character or the actual place, wow, there's nothing that can really substitute that. That would be the side of the movie or television person. Now, I personally have always been a fan of books. You know, I like to open up a book and turn the page, but I've also always been a big fan of the television. I can watch the television for hours upon hours upon hours every single day. So I'm sort of put in a tortured position here because I'm not firmly on the side of the television. I'm not firmly on the side of the book, and I've got friends on both sides of the debate. So this sort of puts me into a little bit of a pickle. So I've got to try to bring some type of harmony to both sides. I got to try to see where both sides can agree and find commonality before this breaks out into all-out war, because I don't want there to be some drawn-out bloody battle between those on the side of books and those on the side of the television. I'd like a future, to be honest with you fans, I'd like a future that still has both the television and the book. I don't want to see either one of them done away with completely. So I'll take both of your points, okay? If you're watching this and you're on the side of books only and you hate everybody that watches the television, I'll take your side here. Yes, your books may have more detail written down, but isn't there a lot of value and detail that is presented in motion? Even listen to me. I know you might be rolling your eyes at that statement, but listen. Detail in motion. Sure, maybe it's not as drawn out and fleshed out as it can be in a book, but isn't the subtle nuance of body language and demeanor that can be readily consumed through the visual process of a movie or on the television, isn't that worth something? Can't we find some commonality there in terms of the detail given to a character and just appreciate both sides in that regard? And for you movie watchers that want to destroy all the books that have book burning conventions, there is a lot of value in the written word, and a lot of you have to look at the origin of the movie. A lot of times the origin came from someone that thought it out and wrote it down and was able to flesh it out on paper and was able to give rise to it through words. It had to be in that form before the book was ever even made into the movie. So if you want to scrap all books, you're going to be scrapping a lot of your favorite movies. Harry Potter started off as a book. Star Wars started off as a book. Dragon Ball Z started off as a book. The Water Horse started off as a book. All these things started off as books. Maybe not Invader Zim, but all of these things started off as books. So can we not find some sort of commonality here? Can we not find some sense of peace. And yes, I know what your inevitable next comment is, movie watchers. A picture's worth 1,000 words. I know. I've heard that. I know that's one of your main points. And I will say, I've even thought through it further. Picture's worth 1,000 words. So maybe a movie, when you have all these sequences, all these basically motion pictures, they're called motion pictures, all these motion pictures together. So yes, the argument could be made. And I've thought about this myself in my writings on the topic. So maybe if a picture's worth 1,000 words, well, couldn't a movie be worth more than every single book ever written, when you think about all the individual pictures that are in a movie and all the words they would be worth? I've thought about that. And man, it puts me in a pickle to try to solve this for everybody. But I think the commonality, the harmony we can find is in the fact that the details are presented in a different way, but both equally valid in their own way. And if you, even the art of comparing the book and the movie, reading the book, watching the movie, reading the book, even that process can bring an entire new value to the topic at hand. Reading a Star Wars or a Harry Potter book, and then watching the movie, and then comparing the nuances, and comparing how the character in the movie changed from the character in the book, how being presented on screen and emotion brought to you some kind of freshness and difference that wasn't apparent in the book, how going back and reading the book presented to you some type of a subtle little intricate detail that changed your entire view of the movie. Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.